Briggs back with another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mahou Sentai Mystic Hero. Now this is part 2 of the series, and we're going to take a quick look at the Rangers really fast. And right now we're going to be looking at blue, which has the Trillicon, and pink, which has Fairy Galore. These two Rangers including red, which has Blast Dragon. So those are the ones for this video review, and then the next one we're going to look at Skynet's Monster and Nature Shadow Dog, and we'll go to the rest from there. So let's just get a quick look at each Zord individually, and we'll get into it. Okay, so up close we're taking a look at the Trillicon, and here is the head sculpt. We have the red eyes there with the white underjaw and blue. Then we also have the drill on top, which is of course the unicorn insignia sign. You have a little bit on the mane and just a nice white ears. Head articulation is there. You can bend this at a degree. There's also nice hoof articulation here, which can bend at that angle and more. Same here. You can do the same thing with that angle. Legs, the back legs, these do move forward and all the way up like that, and they can move outward. So there is some nice and light articulation. I just sort of built a really cool looking horse, and the tail does have a machine gun which can move around in 360 degrees. But I really like how this looks when it's combined. Really interesting how this works and what it becomes, because you won't really be able to tell what this is going to be. That's the point, because if you haven't seen part 1, then you wouldn't know that red is the entire body. So yeah, what would these guys be? So that's it there. We also do have some articulation here on the waist a little bit, so you can sort of get some interesting poses with them like that. I guess we could just set him down like that. I mean, he gets really good poses. So let's just move on to pink really quickly. And here is Fairy Galore, just a really small little fairy. I really like the design of it, just for the pinks, the white, the gold, and the silver. It just overall looks really, really good. Short and small articulation, short and small. Right here, you just have these arms that move. I mean, they can kind of rotate a little bit, sort of go to the side, or they could sit out like that. And then you also have the legs, the little tiny toes there, but not really too much. And there is head articulation. The head can move there, so that is all right. Now let's get into the comedy. So to get it combined, we're gonna need this red giant monster here, which is Blast Dragon. So we're going to first detach his guns, which are not even needed. I don't know why that's stuck in there, but I'm gonna try to pull it out the right way. Okay, whatever. I'll yank it out like that and get that out the way. Those are no longer needed. Now once those are detached from Blast Dragon, you can then straighten out his legs and move his tail back a little bit. Also, while I move my camera back just a wee bit. Okay, so once I do that, I can then get this and rotate it all the way straight. Once I straighten it out, we should have these about even level legs. Make sure it's all perfect. There we go. Okay, so once it's all straight, you have that. Then we can turn these around. Boom, boom. Then we can fold this up and move this all the way back like that. Then we get the same thing with Blast Dragon. Rotate, move it back, move it up. Then we're going to move the camera up just a wee bit. And once I do that, I'm going to rotate the shoulders around, and this head will get rotated around. And there is the Megazord body. Now that we have that, we can set them to the side. It's pretty obvious what they're going to become. This splits. Once you split that, you then have this piece, and it can just fold into this sort of groove there, and you fold that up and do the same thing, and it just sort of fits in that groove. Then you can get this piece here and connect it. It's not an actual drill arm, but it is. If I can always line it up right. Alright, there we go. Boom. It's sort of like facing at you. It's really interesting the way I constructed it. I wanted it to be a little different. So then you get this guy here. You fold out that peg. Once you fold that out, you can fold that out forward. These guns can then rotate forward, and then you have this giant machine gun cannon arm, which is just monstrous. That's what I've been thinking out this whole time. Monstrous things going on with these Megazords. But it's really cool. So we then get that gun arm right there. Once we get that, we then come to Fairy Galore, and we're going to fold the head up, raise the arms up, turn it this way, raise that up, move it around, and there is the face. And we are about to form Mystic Knight Megazord. That's just what I'm going to call it. So here is the robot. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. Very, 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 very big, my friend. Very big. Very big. Delicious. I'm playing. But it's really cool. So, articulation. Arm moves almost 360. It's kind of big, so the bottom half of that thigh won't make you go all the way there, but you can. Oh, I also forgot to show you guys there is a horse insignia there. So yeah, you get that articulation. It moves out like that. You also get that nice leg articulation, so you can kind of pose the robot in a really interesting pose if you want. Then you also have the sort of like a drill spear. Kind of works like a little dagger sword in a way. It's a weird kind of factor, but it does work. That is the point of it, as long as it works. So there is the Megazord. You guys be the judge of this. Let's get a little closer look at his face. There, I think it looks great, man. This thing is freaking dope. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, comment, subscribe. Wait for part 3. This is PowerBricks signing out. Peace.